Some say they hurried the deal. Mark Rodgers and Russell should have been patient. Listen, if there's a good fit, grab it.
With the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh, spent about 6 hours there on Friday. Mike Tomlin has gone up against Russell Wilson twice in his career. In those 2 games, Mike Tomlin is 0-2, and Russell Wilson has thrown 8 touchdowns and no interceptions.
He goes in and he's competing against Kenny Pickett. Now, Kenny Pickett has had 2 years to solidify this job. If Kenny Pickett was as entrenched as many thought he was, Russ would not be an option. The mere fact that Russ is an option lets you know that they're not as high or as strong on Kenny Pickett as many believe they are.
Russell Wilson now going to Pittsburgh on a league minimum.
There's no risk at all involved for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's ride.
I want to hear your response now that you've sobered up. Now that you've had it, not sobered up for a second, but now that
I was very much sober when I got the news. I was just
no. I mean,
my reaction. I'm about to give my fine. Let's get the reaction, okay? Listen,
give me a reaction to Russell Wilson.
So, at first, I still don't really know how I completely feel. I'm like, because we do know that I just did locker talk, and I just was saying Uncle was looking a little rusty at the beginning of last season, which was not a lie. All of it was very much true. I literally just got done talking about him, and I was saying, I don't know, because Pittsburgh is cheap. We cheap, and I've always said this, but it makes sense now with why he's with Pittsburgh, because we are cheap. So I get it. The Broncos is going to have to pay him the 38 mil, 37.7 mil. Pittsburgh is paying him the QB minimum, 1.21 mil. So yeah, they got a good deal. Why wouldn't you sign a veteran quarterback, 9-time Pro Bowler? He really didn't play horrible last season. He just started off a little rusty, crusty, dusty, musty. So I think that he's going to need to just get in a little bit more shape. I understand why they did it. They want to add some competition to the QB room, as Kenny Pickett was just before Kenny Pickett got hurt and had to go. He had 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's too much. Russell Wilson had, if I'm quoting this right, I believe he had 25 touchdowns and I think 6 interceptions. The number may be right or may not. I'm not sure. It's something like that though. So it's like, we're not going to play on Russ as if he's not a good QB, as if he can't still play, as if he can't dip it and do it with the best coming into year 13. I just, hopefully he can add some positivity to the locker room and really gather the locker room together. But he's a veteran, and I feel like we do need a veteran quarterback presence, because we don't have that. They don't have that. They've lacked that since Ben retired. So Sierra going to be in Pittsburgh, and she bet so well that Pittsburgh jersey the way she was wearing Seattle and the way she was wearing Denver. Okay, but he picked there. He picked. He picked. He picked to be in Pittsburgh, and there's a reason why he picked to be there. So
I think he picked it because he looked at the best quarterback situation for him. He looked at the best situation for him to get on the field and have an impact. And you looked at the Steelers don't really lose. Like, with your coach, you're not going to have a losing season, period.
Everybody want to pay for Mike Tomlin anyway, so it's like, stop acting like he wanted to play with coach, and I would want to play for coach too. So I mean,
you're not gonna have a losing season. You can wrap that up. So because of that, you have a great defense. Now you get in a situation where you can beat out Kenny Pickett. If Russ can't beat out Kenny Pickett, it's a wrap for Russ.
He need to retire.
Call it a day. Yeah.
He can't beat him. He needs to. What he need to do is go in there and show. And I listen. I love me some Kenny. I do. I love me some Mason. I've always loved Mason. Mason been with us for a while, and Mason is allegedly leaving. So Russ need to go in there like he the boss. A1 steak sauce. Like let the vet work. Okay, go move out the way, little boy, because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
In the comment, drop where you from. Drop something in the comment. Tell me what's your favorite move of the free agency frenzy, so far. Like, what's your best and your favorite move? We're gonna talk about all the top moves that kind of happened real quick. And so we talked about Russ. I think this is gonna work out. Now, give me your prediction on this. Do you think Russ takes the Steelers into the second round of the playoffs?
I feel like we can. I feel like we can get back there. He's not new to this. He's true to this. I feel like and we have a new offensive coordinator as well. So I feel like if they go in there and they can work out and devise a plan that really works for the weapons that are there, I think we can at least get to a playoff win. And the thing is, he wants to. He just did a podcast not too long ago. Says that he wants to. You know, he wanted. Not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but that's what he's saying. Like, I want to be able to win the Super Bowl. So, Russ, it's your time. Don't let us down now.